What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, because I know I am for sure, and probably the majority of you guys, because we just got Ninja back for all of the players that are missing this champion. Yes, you've heard that right. You are able to log in the game and get him for free. If you are a new player, you're going to be able to use a promo code, which is Ninja Returns. In today's video, guys, we're going to do the ultimate guide for Ninja in 2024. I'm going to share with you guys multiple builds, and I'm going to show you exactly what you can do with this champion in 2024. The very first build, guys, will focus more on the dungeons like Sand Devil's Necropolis, Phantom Shogun, Iron Twins, and I'm going to share with you what I think is one of the best builds for this content. If you are going on stage 25 on the Sand Devil's Necropolis, Force Affinity versus Magic doesn't play too well unless you are bringing in an Affinity Breaker set, which will have a chance to basically apply the debuff even if you are meant to weak hit. You're basically going to reduce your chance to weak hit. Then on the Phantom Shogun, one is going to put Enfeeble on you. Again, this will come in play very handy. For the Iron Twins Fortress, if the boss changes affinity and you're going to go versus Force, because the boss does that every single day, you're going to be able to still use your Ninja. So mine is +4, guys. You can only empower Ninja by using Noble, okay? Which is a trash champion. So if you get him, don't have any second thoughts whatsoever, at least for the very moment. My Ninja has the following stats. I know it might seem a bit too extreme in terms of what stats he has, because he is empowered at +4. He has a 5-star blessing, and basically all that gives him so many stats, okay? 55k HP, 6.8k attack, 3.1k defense, 245 speed, 98 crit rate, 286 crit damage, 537 accuracy. Now, you will require around 500 accuracy to debuff all of these bosses that I just mentioned before. After this, I'm going to show you a different build that can be used in a clan boss, in Hydra, in areas like that. So let's dive into the Masteries. So we have offense and support. I actually have Hammer Smasher on him just to actually boost the damage a bit more. You can go with War Master if you want to, guys, especially if your purpose is to get a better score in the clan boss. But for Hydra and other content, you really want to get Hammer Smasher. Then support, get a bit of more accuracy. Lord of Steel can be helpful, or you can always go for Cycle of Magic. The only problem, you can go to Master Hexer after. So you want to get Master Hexer to extend the duration of the burn. That will actually benefit him quite a bit. Now, in terms of blessings, for this particular stuff that we're doing right here, you want to have Brimstone, okay? Only if you have 5-star or 6-star, Brimstone is going to be the almighty god for these bosses, and they will do an event where they will give his perfect soul away as well. So I'm not sure if we're going to get a 4-star, a 5-star from there. Hopefully it will be a 5-star. I'm going to show you the other build and blessings, masteries, etc. Once we're done with the very first piece of content. Currently, I am on the test server because I can move gear away. I can change blessings non-stop without wasting any gems and stuff like this. Let me start with the Sand Devil's Necropolis. The almighty duo is going to be back for pretty much every account out there that has a Godseeker and Eerie. These, not only that will work wonders on stage 25, but it will allow you to climb every single stage, guys, okay? That's how powerful this duo is. So if you are struggling with this dungeon, despair no more, because this will sort your problem. You can do it with food if you want to. I just chose not to. You can bring in 3 different champions and just let him play, basically. Ninja, he knows exactly what he needs to do, and that is use his A2 all the time. Now, the main thing is, if you have Brimstone, you're going to farm this boss faster. If you don't have Brimstone, you're still going to be able to farm this boss with the exact same combo without a problem. One thing to keep in mind is that this team works very smooth. The only champion that cannot die only when the boss is using the main skill is Godseeker and Eerie. Ninja is going to be dead for the majority of the time, because we don't have him built on a regen. We actually have him built on an Affinity Breaker. And that allows us to farm this boss even faster, because we have less animations. And Ninja will not weak hit non-stop. Very, very important to actually have an Affinity Breaker set on him. Like, look how fast we're farming this boss. We are at 1 minute in, and we almost took the boss down. You do need to have a specific speed on Godseeker and Eerie. I have quite a few different videos on it, actually. You don't even need to have a 5-star blessing anymore in order to make this work. Since they nerfed these dungeons, guys, they're definitely much easier. And I know that there are plenty of different teams that can work on the Sand Devils Necropolis as well, but I feel like this is still one of the best teams in terms of how accessible they are, especially now that everybody is getting a ninja if you did not have him. So there we go. It took us 1 minute and 26 seconds, 64 turns, and we got 3 million damage from ninja. You don't need to have him empowered or anything like that. It doesn't matter if he dies or no. You actually want him to die. Then, if we're gonna go over to the Phantom Shogun, I haven't updated my team for this dungeon because I haven't really been farming it for the last 1 month or so. So this is still my old team. You can definitely make much better teams that are faster. And Ninja is just an amazing damage dealer in here. Not only for raw damage, which again, you want to have Helm Smasher on him for this particular content, but you have the Brimstone, you have the HP burn. So you're going to see at the end how much damage he deals and how much damage Coldheart deals. I have a feeling that Kaimar was a bit faster than Ninja. So basically Ninja missed on using one of his A2, if I'm not mistaken. That's mainly because I probably adjusted some speeds and I forgot about it. So I can actually make this run even faster. But we're going to do it in just a second. I'm quickly going to drop the banner or something from Kaimar to drop the speed on him. And this run will actually be even faster after. So when you have Enfeeble with the Affinity Breaker set, it just doesn't matter, guys. So you have Ninja with 923k damage, Coldheart with 963k, and I can guarantee you that's mainly because we just had Ninja using the A2 1 time less than Coldheart. So we're gonna remove this. Yeah, Kaimar was faster than Ninja with 3 speed actually. So he got Enfeeble, not a problem. We're gonna put the debuffs. We're gonna do that. He's gonna get his debuffs on. Even with Enfeeble, he still managed to put that HP burn on there and deal some damage. And look how much faster it is now, just because of that little change that we've done right there. So it seems like Ninja has more crit damage than my Whittier because she's meant to be the tank for the Enfeeble. But it doesn't matter. This just proves you how freaking effective is to have him on an Affinity Breaker set. Look at that. 1,475k damage. 30 seconds to get this done with Ninja. Now you can do this team with completely different champions. You don't need Kaimar, you don't need Raiho, you don't need Whittier. There's so many different combinations out there right now. It's actually crazy. Now what I haven't done in quite a while is to use him on the Iron Twins Fortress. I used to run him on this dungeon pretty often. So this is normally my team. Let me just quickly see how much speed I have on her. 223. I'm very curious if I'm swapping her out of the team, if it's going to work with Ninja at the speed that I currently have on him. It might not, but we're still gonna give it a go and risk it for that chocolate biscuit. The main issue with Ninja is that he's getting the Thermitter from the basic skill, you know? But as long as he doesn't get to use the basic skill, we're fine. Because he's gonna use A3, he's gonna use A2. Now I'm just curious if the speed tune is gonna be messed up a little bit in here or no. Him and Geomancer together are never a good idea unless Geomancer goes after Ninja. So it seems like we might not even have a problem, but who knows? Let's find out. Let's find out. Will that be a problem? We are able to keep the Unkillable on, which is fine. And Ninja will only use the A2 or the A3, which again is brilliant. Now, Coldheart can easily replace Ninja in here. The good thing is that if you don't have Geomancer, you can use Ninja instead because the HP burn is completely going to melt that boss super quick. So that's kind of like the pro of it. I know a lot of people that are struggling with this dungeon that don't have Geomancer. It's much harder to farm this boss faster and just to have a decent team. While with Ninja, now you're going to be able to have a solid team even if you don't have Geomancer. Even if you don't have him, which is definitely a very good thing. I'm actually going to drop Geomancer and bring in Coldheart in a second. Hopefully that will not mess the tune. But look at that. It's not extremely fast, to be honest. Not Not in this format, but it's still doing a pretty good job, you know. Okay. Bang. Boss down. 1 minute and 28 seconds. Let's see. Look at the damage. Geomancer 1.4, Ninja almost 2 million. You see the difference? If we're quickly going to drop Geomancer, let me see the speed. 252. This might mess up the tune, but let's hope it's not going to be the case. So let's prioritize that. And pray that everything will work just fine. Pray that everything will work just fine. Because I'm messing up the speeds quite a bit. Okay. Okay. Here we go again. Here we go again. We still have that Brimstone on, which is nice. That's why you want to have Brimstone on him, to be honest with you guys. It might not be as faster as with Geomancer, which is kind of like expected. But hey, we're going to see if it works with these speeds or not. If not, I might have to basically do Cold Heart at 250 speed instead. If you guys are interested in this team, I have a video on it. So just check the Iron Twins Fortress. Go to my channel, click on that search little magnifier, and you're going to be able to find pretty much any team that you guys want, basically. And it seems like it works just fine, even with these speeds. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's actually faster than with Geomancer. Who would have thought that? Now, of course, with Geomancer, there's a lot of RNG on his passive. Sometimes it's slower, sometimes it's faster. But either way, Ninja 1.5, Cold Heart 1.9 million damage. So, very, very effective team. Let me just quickly share with you a different build that will work much better in Clan Boss, in Hydra, etc. Now, if you want your Ninja to do crazy damage in the Hydra Clan Boss, in the regular Clan Boss, or in other areas where you might want him to just blow off bosses and do crazy things, Merciless is the #1 set for him. Now, it doesn't really matter if you have another set to pair next to it, if you don't have accessories from the Merciless set. That's the main thing that you want to get. 6-piece Merciless set. Now, on top of it, you can give him either a Cruel set, either a crit damage set, either a Perception, either a Speed, either a Zeal set, whatever you guys might have that will allow him to gain some extra stats that will either increase the accuracy if required, either increase the damage, the attack, etc. Total stats on him right now, guys. 54k HP, 8.2k attack, 252 speed, full crit rate, 316 crit damage, and I have almost 300 accuracy. With the Hydra battles, I will have much better stats overall because that's almost maxed for me at the moment. I still need to get some more accuracy on there and speed, but that's basically kind of like where we are standing. I tried to drop some stats on him, guys, but I really wanted to use a Merciless set, and all the gear is ascended, as mentioned. 5-star blessing, +4 empowerment. That's what it does to a champion. It makes him look like he's on freaking steroids, okay? You just have to tune everything down to your own level. This doesn't change anything because this champion is crazy, okay, when we're talking about damage. Now, in terms of a blessing, Nature's Wrath all day long if you don't have a 6-star. So 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, you want to go for Nature's Wrath. If by any chance you're fortunate enough to have a 6-star, Crushing Grand will be the almighty god because he will ignore a lot of defense, allowing him to deal crazy, crazy damage. But we're going to stick with Nature's Wrath, which will basically increase the damage by 30% for every debuff we actually land. And we're going to land quite a few different debuffs. Masteries, I haven't changed a thing, guys. Masteries, they stay identical. As mentioned, I do want to have Master Hexen and stuff. I don't want to run him in the Clan Boss, guys. I already made so many different videos with Ninja in the Clan Boss. Tons of different unkillable teams. If you need a Ninja Eater with double Man-Eater, feel free to check out on my channel, as I mentioned. Go over to the Clan Boss playlist. You're going to find probably 5 to 10 different teams that work with Ninja, regardless if it's unkillable or no. And this build will work just fine on there. You will have, of course, to adjust the speeds accordingly. Let's head over to Hydra Clan Boss. So we're going to run this team, guys, because it's super auto-friendly with Lazarius. If somebody dies, he's going to revive. He's going to bring us block buffs. Basically, everything that we need. We're going to have Chris to provoke, support to be the team because we have no healing whatsoever in this team. Then we have Lydia for defense down and weaken. We're going to have Val the Destroyer to basically put decrease attack as well, more weaken if needed, and deal a lot of damage. Ninja is going to apply defense down as well. And Lady Mikage, you need to pair Lady Mikage with Ninja if you want to get mind-blowing numbers, okay? So let's take them in for a test drive. Super curious to see what sort of damage we're going to get from Ninja once everything is stacked. The passive, the blessing, you know. The reason I love Val the Destroyer as much is because he has a very similar passive with Ninja, guys. And I'm very, very curious to see which one of them has a better basic skill once everything is maxed. I'm pretty sure that Ninja will absolutely demolish Val the Destroyer, but hey, just in case if we were wrong. Look how quick we're melting the heads with 2 damage dealers. Yes, you do have Lazarius in the team, but with the first form, he just doesn't do a lot of damage. You're gonna see at the end the total damage though, so you're gonna convince yourself basically. But we have a lot of debuffs, which is definitely very, very important to make sure we have as much defense down as possible, as much weaken as possible, you know. So look at that. We have turn 10, 20 million damage. I mean turn 9. And I have a feeling that we're gonna ramp up quite a bit. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. 1.4 million damage with a basic skill, and that was from an ally attack with Lady Mikage. 1.7 from Val the Destroyer. I think that was the basic skill, if I'm not mistaken. So he just dropped like 700k plus with the A2. He does need to hit the same target a few times in order to fully stack that passive. The thing is, guys, that extra attack that you're getting from the passive is all the attack that he has on him. So it's not just the basic stats or anything like that. It's the attack with the build. So if you have 7k attack, you're gonna get, what is it, 100% of that as an example, you know? So it definitely makes a massive, massive difference. Okay, seems like we got a bit unfortunate right there with the cooldowns on the champions, but that's fine. Of course, you're gonna have some bad RNG on Oro too, because the champions, they have no smart AI whatsoever. I really wish they would make the AI in Hydra better, man. Like, I'm saying it all the time I'm doing a Hydra video. I just hope that one time I'm gonna be heard, you know? That's why I'm constantly repeating it. I hope that one time I'm gonna be heard on this, you know? Come on. Somebody target ahead of Mischief, please. Target ahead of Mischief. No hacks on it. Still no hacks on it, even though I have 2 champions with hack sets, okay? I guess RNG is called RNG for a reason, right? Okay. Ooh, you stole all of my buffs from Lazarius. And that's because we got a weak hit on the head of Mischief. Weak hits are super annoying. 1.2 million damage. That was without defense down, without weaken. So we lost Chris right there, but that's fine. That's why I have Lazarian on. He's gonna revive, you know? He's basically going to revive. Now, that head of Mischief is a bit cheeky right there because he has block debuffs, and we're not gonna be able to put HP burn. We will be now. Okay, so we killed one of the heads. We got our champion back as well. Turn 31, 65 million damage. Not the best start, to be honest, because we could have gotten a bit of extra damage, but weak hits and all these things, they do cause this issue. Come on, Lydia, apply that defense down and weaken. Stop slacking, please. But you know what? That's why Ninja comes in with the A1 as well. He has a chance to land the defense down, which is very, very good. Val has weaken, which again is very, very good. So that enables us basically to have defense down and weaken as often as possible. And you just saw the A2 hitting for 1.4 million per hit, guys. 1.4. That's 4.2 million damage without having the burn activations on. So that's crazy. Very solid damage. Very, very solid. I'm curious if we finally stack the passive. I would assume by now we should have that passive fully stacked, you know? So let's try to quickly manual a bit when we are using the skills on him. Okay, so let's go with the A1 right here. 2.8 million with the A1. That shows that, yes, the passive is stacked, the blasting is stacked. So if we go with Val the Destroyer with the A1, we chose the wrong head. 2.1, okay. I was gonna say, don't weak hit, please. Don't weak hit. 2.8, 2.1. So he's definitely beating Val the Destroyer by quite a bit. I just want to use the 8 to 1s, guys. Hopefully before the Head of Mischief spawns. So look at that again. Come on, Ninja. 2.5, 2.4 million damage. Very, very solid. So right now, let's see. 1.3 million on decapitated heads, guys. Before was 1.4. Of course, when Hand Smasher procs, we're gonna get better damage. That's kind of like out of our control. But we are at turn 40, 120 million damage. The A3 just hit for 2.4 million damage. Now, I'm gonna basically let the run go, guys. If something wrong happens at some point and they die, I'm gonna stop the run. And we're gonna see the final. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Almost 4 million damage on the same head with the A2. Very, very solid. And that was 100% with no Helm Smasher because the damage was not as high as we initially saw it at 1.4 plus million damage. But let's find out what exactly can Ninja do. So here we are, guys. 1.3 billion damage, full auto. You have Ninja with 448 million damage. Val the Destroyer with 412. Lazarius with 53. Krisk with 256. Lydia with 130. So, yeah, Ninja absolutely smashing it, guys. Now, I do want to mention a couple of different things in terms of what builds you could get on the champion, etc. Because not everybody has Merciless. Not everybody has, for example, a different set like Affinity Breaker or stuff like this because they are a bit more advanced. So if you can get Savage gear on Ninja, it will be absolutely amazing. So Savage works awesome. If you don't have Savage, maybe by any chance, you're going to have a decent lethal set. That's another thing that you can get on him. If not, maybe you have an Instinct set. Try and get that. The one set that I would suggest you not to get is Slayer. It won't do anything on Ninja. So if you cannot get that, maybe you have just Cruel gear. Cruel will work just fine. Pair it together with crit damage gear if you have that available as well. Maybe you can get some more offense. Maybe some more perception. Early on, if you started a new account to get Ninja, or if you're still in your very first couple of months, the best gear that you will have on your account will be perception because of Faction Wars and the Forge. So that's another option for Ninja, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As mentioned, you can use him in the Dragon. You can use him in all of these dungeons if you want to. Another potential build can be Regeneration if you want him for those particular areas. But I feel like it's a waste considering how many different options we have in 2024. That was all for the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.